Hi, well, in this training tip, I'm going to talk about how to generate power. I had a lot of people asking me about that because of my views on striking and the fact that I always say, if you're going to hit somebody, hit them hard. Now, of course, there are times when you're not hitting as hard as you possibly can for obvious reasons, but let's just analyze that hitting hard bit. Okay, how to train for it? Well, it's important that you have good technique. Now, what I find one of the best ways to train for good technique initially is to do things slowly so that you understand as many aspects of your body as possible in terms of where your weight is, how the muscles are working, how your skeleton's arranged, where your balance is, where the forces are going through and from, so that you understand the structure and all the elements that build up the power of a strike. Once you have that in place slowly, and I don't mean doing this for months on end, I'm just saying a few, then suddenly you shock your system by bang, doing it fast. And ideally, you want to be taping yourself so you can look at what you're doing and that you can analyze it yourself afterwards. Then back to slowly again. Feel those muscles, feel everything that's going on, feel how it's working for you. Then shock your system again, bang, hard and fast on the back. This way of learning where you're understanding what's going on slowly so your mind can pick it up. It's in there, your mind understands what's going on, and then bang, you shock it by making it do it fast. Now, I don't know exactly how or why it works in the mind, but it works. You're training your body in two different ways. One in this slow, deliberate way where you can feel everything that's going on, your mind can process it all. And then you're putting your body under stress where you have to produce that hard and fast. Then it's ensuring that your mind treats what it's learned as your reaction to the input. Now, the next stage with that is to do it against somebody. Again, I always say start light and slow. Get the feeling for the movement, slipping things, moving out of the way, getting yourself in the correct position to deliver that power shot. Do it nice and steady, gradually build it up, and then you've got to do it where you can suddenly explode that power shot. Now, it could be that it's exploded to somebody holding a pad right by the side of the head. It could be that they've got a body shield on and using it for body shots. But you've got to do it with severe impact, massive speed, etc., etc., etc. All of those things in place against an actual target. It's fine, you work the bag if you've only got yourself to train with. If you've got other people to train with, you need to be using everything that you can to help try and improve. Now, I've seen lots of people doing pads where they're out here and somebody hit hard, or they just hold a shield out, they hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. That's fine if you've got the skills and you're just doing it as a little bit of a workout. But when you're trying to learn how to deliver that power from the right position, you need somebody skilled with pads and the body shield to move around and mimic that of a real fight. And it's the best way to learn it short of having a fight. The best way to learn it is have somebody who really understands the use of pads and a body shield. Then they can attack you in the correct way. Now, you don't make it like a 5-minute, 10-minute, 20-minute spar. You break it down into little mini fights, if you like. Just a few seconds. Certain things. Do it off somebody trying to jab you. Do it off somebody throwing a 1-2. Do it off somebody charging at you. Do it off somebody coming to just grab hold of you. Do it off somebody throwing a kick, throwing a knee, reaching out, trying to grab you. All different scenarios. The only limit to the scenarios that you train is your imagination. If you're training it purely for sport, then you take stuff that's within your sport that's most likely to happen and train for that. When I'm teaching people to start with, I teach them first whether to do it off a jab, and then off a straight cross, and then off a 1-2, then off a big swinging punch or a hook. Because that's, for self-defense, a few of the main things that's coming here, apart from the jab, is these big punch, either it's straight or it's swung. For sport, boxing, kickboxing, the main things really is jab, cross, hook. Okay, so you've got to understand it against those sort of attacks. And of course, you've got to do it not just off of a single attack. You've got to do it off not just a jab on its own, a cross on its own, a hook on its own. You've got to do it off of combinations as well, find ways in. And this is where your training partner is critical. This is where you're both teachers and you're both students. You're helping each other, but not at the detriment of your own training. If you're helping the other person, you're the one with the body shield and the pads or whatever, and they get massively out of position to throw their shot and they still throw it and they're leaning all over the place, leaning right forward, leaving the chin exposed and it's not there. Don't say to them things like good shot. Correct the fact that they're leaning in, putting their chin over their knee or whatever it may be. You can help each other without giving people false confidence and false praise. Likewise, don't be over the top. You're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. Unless, of course, the hit is absolutely terrible, then you tell them. But also, the person throwing the shot needs to know whether it was a good one or not. Needs to know whether it would have had an effect. Whether that effect just be, that would have hurt a bit, or I would not have wanted to try and take that, especially if it's on the jaw. Now, if you can start to deliver those shots with power, with speed, with accuracy, and the timing and all of that that's needed under those scenarios, then you're ready for your live open sparring and things like that. Because of course there's many types of sparring which we won't get into now, but we're just talking about how to deliver a really powerful shot and the best way to learn it. That's the questions that I'm getting asked. So that's how I would teach it, or how I do teach it, and I've found that it gives everybody a very quick and very steep learning curve, and their abilities just fly up. And that's what it's all about, getting your abilities to, your best may only be club level, it may be national level, it may be international level, but whatever your best is going to be, my job as a coach is to get you there as quickly as possible. And training like that, for those how to deliver a power strike, is one of the ways to get you there as quickly as possible to whatever your best ability is, or rather what your best ability is at that time, because we will always try and improve you. Anyway, hope that helped. Take the training on board, have a go at it, and let me know how it goes. Thank you.